Hey, welcome back. This is the Solo Gamer. You may call me Matt, and this is part two of a short little video series I'm doing about game design and different issues I find in the game industry. This is something that's been kicking around my head for the last couple of days, but I was working, so I didn't have a chance to get around to it. In the Call of Duty series, it's a bombastic first-person shooter that sometimes has stealth, sometimes has quiet moments or neat visuals, but it almost always breaks down into a massive gunfight. One of the things I love about the original series was that it was true to itself, but it knew when to throw in a curveball, a C-130 mission, or a stealth heavy mission, or in the case of the second Modern Warfare, the original series, the mission Second Son and Whiskey Hotel, which dropped you into a very tense, quiet, dark, post EMP scenario where you were now without comms, optics, power, nothing. Just you, your gun, and your team trying to survive with everything else wiped out, which led brilliantly into Whiskey Hotel, an assault on the White House to reclaim it and take control of it because it still had power. Now that video will have gone up before this, but both of these will be going up pretty close to each other. But this time we're going to do Alone. And Alone is a mission in the second Modern Warfare 2 campaign for the new series, the new trilogy, following after the Dark Water mission in which Graves betrays Task Force 101 and the Vaqueros, and you and your team get left behind in a hostile territory. Now, I'm running this on Recruit for time's sake. I have beaten it on higher difficulties. But for time's sake, I'm going to run on this just so I can demonstrate why I love this level and what I think it does so well that many other shooters never quite get right. But first, let's get this started. So glad I moved this over to an SSD drive. These cinematics used to run like absolute shit previously.
This is the immediate future. Step away from the gate.
What?
You heard me.
You're crazy. This is my base.
Not a base. This is a sizable covert facility, and I admire it.
So I'm taking it.
So I'm taking it. You boys have been relieved. Thank you for your service.
No. I don't take orders from you.
Didn't Valeria say that? Now that makes me wonder what else I don't know about your affiliation with the drug lord.
What the fuck did you just say to me, pendejo? With lying briefs.
Don't do that. Don't do that. No one needs to get hurt here.
Are you threatening us?
Soldier, I don't make threats. I make guarantees. So let's not do this.
I'm calling Shepard.
General Shepard sends his regards. He told me y'all wouldn't take this well.
He knows about this.
He's put me in command of this operation from here on out. So y'all need to stand down. It's time to let the pros finish this.
And Ghost looks at him like, oh, fuck no.
It's not. I've got my orders. And now you have yours.
And who the fuck do you think you are, cabron? My men are inside!
I'm afraid not. Your men have been detained.
Uh-oh.
Graves, what the fuck?
Yeah, this is the game that kind of made Ghost the mimetic badass he became later on. Unfortunately, Soap gets nailed here.
Johnny, get out of there! So, go!
You there, Ghost? That was a big mistake, brother. Did not have to be like this.
Don't worry. You get some payback on Graves later. Those
Find him!
amazingly, he somehow survives getting blown up in a tank. Apparently, he wasn't actually in the tank. Don't know what the deal was there, but anyway, not the point. So Graves and his little crew of walking war crimes is now committing, shall we say, war crime o'clock in Las Almas. Meanwhile, Soap has a bullet wound and is trying to make his way. Poor Soap. He's like, just can't catch a break. Excuse me.
This is Bravo 7-1 in the blind. How copy? Ghost, this is 7-1. Do you copy? Fuck, where are you, Ghost?
Gotta admit, even with my systems, admittedly decent but not super high powered hardware, it runs this game pretty damn good.
Johnny? Johnny, copy.
Solid.
Thought we lost you.
You are alone.
You injured?
0, men court in this area, yeah? So, Ghost, Hassan's here?
I'm not a medic.
Yeah.
Tell me something I don't know. Keep your blood in, you'll need every drop.
Thanks for the tip.
You with me?
So now here's the deal. You are, for lack of a better term, in hostile territory, unarmed, and surrounded by people who want you dead.
Let's go. This way.
Where are you?
There's a church. I'm heading to it.
Uh-oh.
Let's RV there.
Can't go there.
You'll need to improvise to survive.
Unwanted company.
Line him up next to his amigo.
Graves and Shadow on a killing spree.
Looking for Hassan.
Hassan and us.
I said turn around! Estas calles son nuestras!
So yeah, you're now basically stealthing it. No guns, no weapons, no gear, no hardware, no nothing. And you gotta hope that they don't spot you, because if they spot you before you get your hands on a weapon, you're completely fucked. Now here, this door,
No joy.
locked.
Door's locked.
Look for supplies, things you can make tools with. Welcome to guerrilla warfare.
Speaking from experience.
Creeping Jesus.
What are you seeing?
Bloodbath.
Watch your ass. You got exactly 0 allies down there.
Oh, we're friends, no? Poor bastard. Found the rope.
That's a start. Keep looking.
Alright. Broke off a fan blade.
Broke off a fan blade.
Tie off the blade with the rope and pry open a door.
And now here's where this level gets interesting.
Years of practice.
This is where this level becomes so interesting, because now you can't rely purely on your weapons, because you will always be outnumbered and outgunned. So what you have to rely on,
Busted the fan blade.
See through the door.
Affirmative.
Good. Stay on the hunt. There'll be more where that came from.
but now it's a hunt. I gotta find equipment, tools, anything that will help me survive. This level takes what had previously been a run and gun, massive, action shooter, and suddenly transforms it into a tense, almost, it kind of feels like a
Take the kid. Get him out of here.
less intense Alien Isolation.
Quiet. Come on. Well, look what we got here. Tenemos más policía. Cops helping cartels.
Can't go that way. I think I better go upstairs, eh? So Nombre is no bueno, because we have her locked up in a crate somewhere else far away from here.
tortured.
Found the headlamp. Not too far from his previous owner.
Good. Careful with it. Can light your way but attract attention.
Whoa.
What's the latest?
Marks are killing everything in their path.
War crimes.
Makes me want to commit a few war crimes of my own.
Tyranny. Who won't stand?
Think we'll get a green light to go after these guys.
No more green lights, Johnny. We're on our own.
What about Captain Price?
Price isn't here, is he? The old man can't bail us out, not this time.
I trust the captain. If he knew, he'd be here.
Be careful who you trust, Sergeant. People you know can hurt you the most.
Good advice, LT. I want to be like you when I grow up.
You want to be better than me, Johnny?
Roger, go ahead.
I will be.
Good man.
Think I'll live that long?
Probably not.
Yeah, I love this level for a lot of reasons. One of them is the play between Ghost and Soap. It really gives them character and gives them more personality, which I felt like one of the biggest problems with the original Call of Duty was the characters did kind of feel one-dimensional. I get it. It's an action game. You're focused on the bang, 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 shoot, shoot, but this felt more...
Those fucking bells.
Yeah, bad doggy.
I want to go check it out. Dog from the bedroom.
Now, there is another...
Thing. I'll stick around, just in case.
Well, there is another level very much like this later on, where you get trapped in a building, again without your weapons, and you have to use...
Geezer. If he barks, shoot him and repo quickly. Don't get compromised.
You are stone cold, Simon.
Wires 2 legs and bleeds.
What?
Half a dog.
Sorry I asked.
Right? Now that introduces you to this level's core mechanic, which is navigating the environment, finding resources, and making your way through
Outside.
through
Gated
it.
alley.
Stick to the edges and stay low.
Copy.
But that is
They get a brag rag for this.
why this works. Like, it feels so intense.
Dead shadows are my medals.
You said you wanted to win. Congratulations, you're a winner.
Hawaii Beal Yahid.
English McTavish.
Sorry, sir. Let me translate. Go fuck yourself.
Much better.
Much better. So yeah, but the whole point of this level is to introduce the concept of
Church is on the north side.
stealth mechanics, scrounging for resources, that kind of thing. I'd love a full single player game built entirely around this,
I've set up a sniper position in the church.
where you have to scavenge for weapons, equipment, and hardware. Yeah, it's one of those things where this level feels so much more tense than your standard shoot 'em up, you know? Like, everything about this feels so much more intense and frightening because you are just not armed.
Graves is rounding up cops.
He's judge, jury, and executioner now.
Everyone's gonna end up dead. I'm not fucking scared, bro. I'm not stupid either. You moving over there? It's quiet here. Narcos got out of Dodge. It's not them I'm worried
Otto.
about anyway.
Good for a distraction.
I'm worried. Worried's different than scared. No, it's not. It's not the same thing at all.
Fucking mercs.
Telling me. You see that big boy with the skull face, you're not gonna start sweating. Right.
Mousetrap. Gotta be a way to use this.
Surprisingly useful.
to set something off.
Exactly, Johnny. Not an airstrike, but it'll do.
So yeah, this level is perfect because it brilliantly it brilliantly explains the mechanics, demonstrates how they operate, and makes you use them to advance, because otherwise you will not survive. Alley-oop.
What the fuck?
This whole sector's a little smorgasbord of gear and equipment.
Found some chemicals.
Tied them up with some wax. You got a smoke bomb. A toxic distraction.
Sick. I like it.
Guarantee you they won't.
Ghost. You missing a knife?
Several.
Think I found one.
Some in the dead shadows of my handiwork.
You came through here,
On my way to the church.
and you left me.
I'm used to working alone.
So much for no man left behind.
Just get yourself to the church. Trying to keep you alive and get you here in one piece. One of us needs to survive to tell the tale.
Stand by.
Gotcha.
Kill the shadow.
Nice. Take his gun.
Now I'm armed.
Moving up in the world, Johnny. Choose your shots and targets wisely, Johnny. Guns make noise.
My kingdom for a suppressor.
Be smart with what you got. That's the trick.
So now I've taken my first target down, but I've also garnered the attention of the enemy. So now they're looking for me. And in a straight up fight, I'm still outmatched.
Search the area. I'm standing by if you find anything. All shadows. Compromised. Stand back.
Seek and ye shall find.
All clear.
One of the most important things about this level is that the constant tension of them being around and hunting you will have you always checking your corners, always looking for your targets, always on edge.
Seek and ye shall find.
What you got?
Black powder.
Nice. This could get interesting.
Now I can make a trip mine.
Yes. LT. About to play rough with the shadows.
I like the sound of that.
Fashion a trip mine.
A man after my own heart.
Thought you'd like that.
You thought right.
Can use this.
So here's what the game becomes. Whoa, what the? Oh. Hate the fact that even the single player campaign is streamed. That is such nonsense. I've got this running on a brand new SSD, fully kitted out with more than enough power to process and run the game, and it's still glitching up. I've been hearing reports from other people I know who play the other COD stuff, like people who play like the Warzone and the online, that those are having a lot of trouble too, apparently.
Commandeer some wax, LT.
Could prove useful.
think I'm about to catch my next body.
Go ahead. You good? Secure. Copy that.
Problem solved.
Lovely.
Fuck was that? Oh, fuck! Got a shadow down. It's Chris. Hold security. Sweep the area.
Another corpse added to my list. Alright, so my objective now is to get to the end of this hallway. Except I have a problem. More of these fuckers.
Come on, McTavish.
Problem solved.
Ghost.
All clear.
Appears to be.
Stay on guard and keep moving to the church.
Aye.
Yay.
Got ya.
Bit shaky, sir. Yeah.
Graves tried to kill us. Would stand to reason if you were a little off. Find a stim. It'll give you a boost.
Need a piece of metal. Because something like a stem they'll have locked up in something more heavily secured, so let's go ahead and check to see if I've cleared this whole area. I think I've got everybody now, but yeah, this is why this level works so well. The feeling of isolation, the intensity, the near panic you feel if you get spotted. You know you're outmatched. You know that you're in danger. The game doesn't have to explain any of it to you. You just feel it in the environment itself. The only reason I feel like this game kind of misses the mark is that it only does this twice, and the second time it does this is in the third game, where you have to do this. Okay, wait. There's something in the vicinity, apparently. Ah. Guess not. I guess I just have to do without the stem, I suppose. Wouldn't be the first time. Pity, though. I could have sworn I remember there being another metal piece you can find around here if you look hard enough. I guess not. Either that or I just forgot where it was. Yeah. So you get to the end of this level, or this sector, jump over the edge. Ow!
It's pitching it down out here.
Speak English.
It's raining hard.
Yes, it
Say
is.
so.
I did.
Rain's good, it'll cover your tracks.
Covers theirs too.
Let's worry about you, Johnny.
So you do like me?
I like you alive.
Now here's a neat little trick, and you can screw this up bad. I did this the first time I played this level. Whoa.
Oh shit.
Nope. Nopin. Nopin, nopa, nopa. So. Clearly, can't go through the main door.
Moving inside.
But hey, what have we here?
Take what you need to keep them off you.
Sweet. Don't mind if I do. Now, business. Ghost.
Soap.
Found a tripwire rigged to a shotgun. Disarmed it, took the gun.
Open hearts and minds with it, Johnny.
I intend to. But now that I have a prying tool again, I can head back down to this alley and pop open this box. Because some of these boxes, it turns out, are locked. Explosive, explosive, adrenaline. That's the stuff.
Good morning, Mexico.
So yeah, that door is blocked off for some reason, so you just gotta go through the window. Head upstairs. The first time I saw that, I'm like, okay, that looks weird.
Johnny, Graves is burning the midnight oil to find us. Why?
Graves and Shepard are both involved. No matter what, this is an unprecedented amount of fuckery. We need to get to the bottom of it.
Accurate and deadly fire tends to resolve these things. Right now, we're not safe here.
Right now, we're not safe anywhere, LT.
That is a very good point, and he is very right.
Picked up some tape.
Very useful,
If I have to wrap a gift.
so to speak. Hold on to it.
This is sad. Because this implies that this guy had kids.
Son of the goddamn devil. I can work with that.
Make another trip mine just in case I need it. What do we have in here, I wonder?
That's handy.
Explosives and sights. Ooh, and more metal. Nice. And for the record, do not
The coffee shop.
underestimate the
Fucking Brits.
the power of a double barrel. Believe me.
You're gonna owe me for this.
Why?
We're fixing each other's problems.
What's my problem?
The mask.
Take it off.
Show my face.
Yes, sir.
Negative.
Are you ugly?
Quite the opposite.
Okay. Now this is something I don't understand. You're supposed to figure out from this what the actual combination is. But I don't get why you'd bother in this day and age. Because literally anyone who actually cares is just gonna hop online and get the information itself. It's like, seriously, you can go online and the safe codes are literally posted online on a dozen websites. It's redundant. Now, I happen to have these memorized, so it doesn't bother me much, but...
Too easy. Oh, what have we here? Handheld 50 cal. You're coming with me. Ghost.
Soap.
Guess what I found?
More stopping power.
Check.
Your life expectancy just went way up.
Indeed it did. Plus, I've got a sight.
Why now?
And one of the biggest problems is you don't actually get any more ammo for this thing. What you get from here is what you get. So you have to work with what you got and hope that's enough. To be fair, though, it is exceptionally handy. And now,
Check out that warehouse.
Guy's got no gun. He won't get far.
He's 141, still dangerous. Go left, I'll clear the alley.
so yeah.
Johnny, town's full of tunnels. One leads out across from the church. Be advised, the tunnel is flooded. Prepare for a cold swim.
Can't wait.
And here's the other safe, which I've also memorized. Which carries one of the neatest little things I've ever run into. But it's like, I think the code was 37 60. Here's where these guys made the mistake. Damn it. Shouldn't have left the body there, but I didn't have a choice. You know what I should have done? What I should have done is this. Alright, fine. You guys want to fight? Whoops. See, this is what I love about this level and why I think it's one of the best levels in the game, because everything you do has consequence. I took these two guys down. So now... I actually drop that right there. Completely change my tactics.
Hell yeah.
Got something? No sign of him. Cordon that area. Copy. Got a man down. Fuck.
Now they're all gonna run.
Visual on the target.
See? Slowly chipping away at him, one by one. See, now, if you want to, you can try and fight them head on. But you're still wildly outmatched.
Changing mags. Reloading.
Got him. One by one, picking them off just as I go. And see, here's where the game can change depending on how you want to play it. Me, I've done this pure stealth. I've done this
Mind if I do?
a combination of different things.
So far, so good.
You get caught out there, they'll kill you slow.
Marks, or the Narcos?
Narcos, they'll take videos.
I'll give them your email so they know where to send them.
I won't watch them. More than once, anyway.
Sick bastard.
Yeah, here's where your approach to the game changes. Because now I have all kinds of gear and equipment. I can use it to do a number of different things. Lay traps, set up minefields, break into security systems by prying open the doors, whatever. I think you could do something really brilliant with this game like the old Splinter Cells did, where you have to, think outside the box.
That's a keeper. Found some oil.
Oil, ball, and some rope for a wick. Time for a cocktail.
Yep. Molotov. One of the best things you can do in this situation, once you've cleared the bulk of the threat out, you can start going from location to location, area to area, just basically grabbing anything that isn't bolted down. I always say get as much material and equipment as you can because eventually, when you really do need all the firepower in the world, being able to have a dozen mines and bottles ready to go is basically the best option available. All right. Now, 37, 60, 80. Here we go. And here's where your tactics can change. You can keep the pistol if you want. Me?
I'll take that.
Me? I always go for the crossbow. Silent, deadly, and best of all, you can recover the ammo. So when you are done playing tag with your enemies, you can just walk over the corpses to get the rest of the gear you need. Now, I gotta get to the tunnels. To get to the tunnels, I gotta get past these jerks over in this courtyard. So what I'm gonna do is go inside this building here. I think I've been here before. Yeah. I'm entering again this building here.
LT, I'm at the bar.
You like tequila?
No, tastes like dog piss.
I'll take your word for it.
Got a tactical use for dog piss?
Wolf hunting. They follow the scent.
Do you hunt with a mask on?
Naturally. The camo version.
I bet you sleep with that thing.
Soundly.
You're out of your mind, LT.
That's for sure.
So yeah, I'm at the... So here's the bar. And I'm trying to navigate through. I don't want to attract too much attention to myself, so... What I'm gonna do is head upstairs and try to sneak attack one of these fucks.
I can work with that.
Fucking go. Find anything?
Make another Molotov.
Got a casualty. It's Quentin.
Hold security. Sweep the area. Use comms if you find something. All shadows get switched on. We may have company.
What the fuck was that? Shadow down. It's cold.
Secure the perimeter. Sound up if you find something. All shadows. Perimeter may be compromised. Stand fast.
What the hell is that?
How copy?
Got a KIA.
You still standing, Johnny?
Got them all.
Think I'm clear.
Good. Stay sharp and meet me at the church.
But see, now I can go back over the bodies collect all the bolts I fired, and reload. You don't even have to fire a single shotgun blast to do the job. It's all about tactics.
Soap, you making progress?
On higher difficulties, they are way faster to spot you and can be way more violent.
Go on.
One turns to the other and says, "You know how to drive this thing." Little army humor.
Very little.
Another.
Why not?
Why don't blind guys skydive?
Tell me.
Scares the shit out of their dogs. We could do this all night.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Alright, here we go. So, now,
Ghost,
Talk to me, Johnny.
I found a tunnel.
excuse me, sorry.
The tunnel. Push through.
I just had a full week of work and my throat's a might scraggly at the moment.
Ghost, I got shadowed.
You'll have to get in close and find the gaps.
No visual on the target. He's down.
You know, I want to take one of these assholes down because they've got the rifles. Oh, damn. Maybe this will give me a chance to demonstrate the other way to approach this.
Ghost,
Talk to me, Johnny.
I found the tunnel.
The church plaza is on the other end of the tunnel. Push through. You're nearly here.
But there's a couple of ways you can approach this. If you've got the firepower, you can just try and get in close and just blast them. But if you prefer,
Ghost,
you can try to sneak.
Shadow's wearing body armor.
You'll have to get in close and find the gaps.
Rog.
Go underwater. Sneak behind this son of a bitch. So I took down one. With one down, I can maneuver around and get to the other one. And hopefully get him before he notices me. But it's all about getting ahead of these guys before they can spot you. Because even with a rifle, you're not really ready to go head to head with these assholes. Surprise, motherfucker! And he's dead. I take his ammo. Not much, but better than nothing, I suppose. Got him. Alright, and we're through. We're almost to the end of the level.
You guys.
The church is our target.
Aye.
Good. You're on the right track. Keep coming.
Ghost, area's blocked off.
Try and cut through the shops.
Think I found a way through, LT.
Shadows are everywhere. I'll hold them off until we RV in front of the church and secure a vehicle for exfil.
Roger that.
Give him hell, Johnny. We're almost there.
That's a keeper.
All right, and this is where things get interesting.
Fuck! Get down! Off shadow stations. Got one near the church.
Holy hell. Ghost, was that you?
Who else? Now go.
All right, now's where things get interesting because they just got attention. And I have to decide how I want to approach this fight. Because I know for a fact I'm outmatched. Numbers, weapons, just reality. I cannot win this fight in a straight up brawl.
Hell yeah.
Got a visual? No visual on the target. Clear that area. Roger that.
Now for here, you can choose to try and approach this stealthily.
I know you're close. The hell?
You bloody break. Ghost, how copy?
Johnny, got company in the church and they're not here for forgiveness. Get to the steps. I'll be there.
Copy, LT.
Make sure that they don't come looking.
He's out.
About to have several more. Damn. So yeah, you can win that fight. It's just hard.
Not here for
And granted, you still don't have any armor.
I'll be there.
Copy, LT.
How copy? Find anything?
Gonna start leaving traps everywhere.
Copy that.
Gonna make it so if these guys want me, it's gonna be a price.
Get me a location. Hey! What the fuck was that? He's out! Hold up.
See. So that's the thing about Molotovs. They're easy to make and shockingly effective. Let's go. I got an opening. I'm taking it. And so now you finally got through all that sneaking and crafting and all that chaotic stuff. And now you can finally get to the finale where you fight your way out of the city with Ghost.
Ghost! So... We need a vehicle, on me! Stay sharp. They know we're here and they know it's us. They'll send more. Contact dead ahead. I see him. Watch the alley. On in, stay close. Heads up for the vehicle we can take. Check your fire!
Oh, sorry, dude.
So, pick up truck ahead. Lights on.
Let's go.
I'll drive, Johnny. Take shotgun.
Let's go and get out of here before it gets any worse.
You made it. We made it, LT. Hold fast. That's one way of doing it. Get back! Thanks. Drive.
Drive. Ghost just don't care. He's like, I don't care about the barricade. I'm driving through it. Out of my way. There we go. So that is Alone. What argues with what I would argue is one of the best missions in the game for the tension and intensity of it, because it's not a straight out fight. You weren't just running and gunning. You got to think your way out of the situation. Now it is too narrow, too small of an area. So it's not like you have to expand and maneuver around a lot.
Don't move.
But this is a fantastic example of the kind of gameplay that I wish more games of this type would use. And I think if you really want to see this like taken to its absolute perfection,
Nice throw.
Metro
Where
Exodus.
were you guys? On the run. I was on the run. Ghost waited for me.
Yeah. But this leads to Prison Break, which is the next mission, and a very cool sort of multifaceted, layered mission, which I might do a video on sometime. But these two were for me were two of the best missions in the gaming outright. Like, just phenomenal stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna cut it here, but I definitely think more games need to work with this kind of premise where you take a big bombastic shooter like the Call of Duty games, and you have these small interludes in them where it's a quieter, tenser, more claustrophobic, more frightening environment where you find yourself in a situation where you have to be more careful and more maneuverable rather than just try to outgun everything. And I think that that's part of what caused certain franchises like Dead Space to go, down the wrong path. They became more action-oriented instead of more horror-oriented, and they sort of lost their soul. You can mix action and horror, and these games prove you can do it very well, but you have to do it very, very carefully. Anyway, this is Solo Gamer. I will see you guys next time. But, yeah, I want to see more games, especially action or shooter games, apply some more of this. I want to see more games where you have these small, more methodical, more intense moments interspersed with the more action-heavy beats. Anyway, I'll see you next time. This is a Solo Gamer, signing out.